The experience I want to share with you is this. Every time you decide to take a big new step, whether in your career, your relationships, or improving your life, fear, doubt, and worry come rushing in. It doesn't matter how old you are, how much experience you have, or how long you've been working. These thoughts still find their way to you. But what happens after facing them a few times is that you start expecting them. When I made the decision to move forward, I was fully prepared for those doubtful and fearful thoughts to come back. The ones saying, "Do you really think this is possible? Do you even know what you're doing? What's your plan?" But because I've made these kinds of decisions many times before, I now recognize them. I know that this is just my brain's natural reaction to any big step I take, so I ignore them and go ahead with what I've decided to do. And the great thing about taking action despite fear is that the first time you step forward, it's like the weight of fear starts to break. It's as if you finally realize that fear isn't a wall, it's just a mental construct, something you can move through. It's nothing more than a series of thoughts that manifest as emotions in your body. And it's completely natural. It's entirely normal for your nervous system to try to keep things the way they are because that's what it's used to. It's comfortable. The brain loves repetition. It wants to keep doing what it has already learned, which is why our thoughts are so repetitive. That's exactly how habits are formed. You repeat an action over and over until eventually the action starts repeating you. It becomes ingrained in your brain, and your brain keeps running that pattern until you introduce something new. Your mind creates your reality, but we've left our minds so unchecked that we've lost control over them. We've given them so much freedom that any thought can enter at any time, pulling our emotions in whatever direction it pleases. Thoughts are like uninvited guests that appear in our minds at night. And to survive in our consciousness, they demand our attention. The moment we focus on them, they take control, claiming ownership over our minds and trapping us in the false emotions they create. It is you who allows your mind to rule over your life. It is you who is responsible for controlling and managing it. If you don't take charge, your mind will control you instead. The mind may seem powerful, but it only has the power that you have given it. In reality, you hold the true power because you can exist without your mind. Perhaps not physically, but still you exist. Meanwhile, the mind cannot survive even for a moment without you, so the power has always been yours. I think it's really important to recognize this every time you want to take a big step in life, make a new decision, or change something in your life. Your mind's job is to create fear. That fear doesn't mean what you're about to do is wrong. It's simply how the mind operates. It resists anything new. The moment change appears, the mind immediately triggers fear, and you experience that fear. Some of us believe that feeling fear means we shouldn't move forward, but fear is never a good reason to do or not do something. When you decide to start your own business or launch a new project, expect fear to show up. And when it does, just don't listen to it. As someone once said, Fear is in the car, but it's not driving. I'm the one behind the wheel. Fear is sitting in the back seat, constantly complaining. What if it doesn't work? What if we fail? What if no one likes it? Oh no, what if this happens? What if that goes wrong? That's just fear doing its thing, sitting there, talking non-stop. But you are the driver. Acknowledge its presence, but don't give in to it. You decide what to do. If you've decided to start your own business or run your project, fear is not a valid reason to back out. The same applies if you want to leave a relationship or quit a job. In fact, this is especially true when it comes to stopping something. You may have solid reasons for staying in a job, but fear should never be one of them. Staying just because you're afraid to leave is not a good enough reason. Of course, stepping out is scary. Of course, change is terrifying. So, let your mind generate fearful thoughts, but respond like someone who has been here before, someone who has seen this game, watched this play unfold, and then take the step anyway. The greatest artists, the biggest singers all say that no matter how many times they've performed, they still feel anxious before going on stage. They still feel fear. But they've learned to step forward with that fear, to walk onto the stage despite it, because they've done it before. Silence the voice of your analytical mind. This voice is your true opponent, and the more you pay attention to it, the stronger and louder it becomes, taking control of you and your life. But you have the power to be indifferent to it and let it go. There are many ways to do this. In this video, I will teach you a simple yet incredibly powerful exercise. By practicing it, you can reconnect with your true self and reclaim the power that belongs to you. Whether consciously or unconsciously, you have embarked on a journey, one that leads to greater awareness and self-discovery. This beautiful journey begins with reconnecting to the simple feeling of being. The awareness of I am is the starting point of this path. Being as an innate feeling, one that is connected to the only true reality, the present moment. At any given moment, you can experience this state of being. All you need to do is shift your attention away from your mind and focus entirely on the feeling of being within you. That is all you need to do. If you practice this exercise once or twice a day, the truth will reveal itself to you. The only thing this path requires is a passion for freedom, peace, and a desire to experience inner silence. These are what will lead you to your liberation and freedom. Now let's experience the state of being together for 3 minutes. Do this exercise with me. The only thing you need to do is close your eyes and breathe deeply from your belly. Very good. Practice this exercise twice a day and you'll begin to notice changes within and miracles in your life. In this exercise, focus solely on your presence and your being in this life. Maintain the feeling of being throughout the entire practice and distance yourself from any thoughts, memories, goals, or anything else that takes your focus away from the conscious experience of being. Thoughts may arise in your mind. Acknowledge them, but don't focus on them. In fact, do nothing. Let any thought that appears in your mind pass through. and bring your focus back to your being. Do not focus on anything other than your own existence. In this exercise, you must let go of all your burdens, all your problems, and be free of any desires or dreams. At the beginning of this practice, you may experience various thoughts or a wave of mental noise. This is not negative. It simply shows the power of your mind's resistance to change. Let these disturbances and resistances exist without fighting them, because if you do, you give them power and you will fail. Stay present in the now. The more you practice this exercise, the more you will gradually experience a calmer mind. In this exercise, don't try to silence your mind. Simply focus on being, because the secret of this practice lies in the conscious experience of being. When you let go of everything, you experience being directly, an experience that is beyond description, and anyone can experience it. To have this experience, all you need to do is sit down and immerse yourself in silence. My friend, nothing in this world is accidental. Your being here and watching this video is definitely not a coincidence. This video is an invitation from the universe for liberation and freedom. Universe has now given you the opportunity to break through your mental boundaries and experience true power. Now you have two options. You can easily pass by this video just like others, or you can accept the invitation of the universe for freedom and liberation and practice this exercise for 21 days, every day. That's when you will begin to experience miracles in your life. It is obvious that the depth and the scope of knowledge depends on the tools used by the individual. Consider this exercise as a tool. It will expand your understanding of the experience of being in life. The first step to reclaiming power is to cleanse the mind. An impure mind hides the truth, while a pure mind is clear and reveals the truth. To cleanse your mind, you must first be the observer of your mind. The act of observation alone calms the mind, and gradually you will become familiar with the tricks of your mind. This will prevent you from getting caught up in its games. Whenever a thought or feeling of fear appears in your awareness, learn to distance yourself from it. This is crucial. In the mirror of your mind, many images appear and disappear. By understanding and accepting that they are your creations, observe them in silence. Allow the turbulence of the ocean of your mind to calm, because you no longer need to restless waves. You are about to experience liberation and freedom. You are about to reclaim the power of reality. My dear friends, the world is changing and people are waking up. I am confident that everyone will find their own path. I wish awakening and awareness for all the people of the world.